Hi guys, good evening. This is going to be quick because it's Oscar night. Next time I will not schedule one of these on a really important night like this. We are going to cover two main things tonight. The first is I have my oils, now what? So you get your kit and you're ready to use them. You diffuse, you put some on your kids. What else do you do with your oils? So one of my favorite things to do is to make roller bottles. So this is a roller bottle that I bought on Amazon. And there is a link to these right on my website. I'll post it on here after. And once you have your bottle, it's just going to come without the top. You put about, I would say, 30 to 40 drops of oil. So I have my Balance oil here. I took 30 to 40 drops, boop, 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 did it in there. Then I took my fractionated coconut oil and I put the fractionated coconut oil and filled the rest of it the way up. Put the top on, push it down, and I'm ready to go. So that's a diluted Balance. So I put my little sticker on there. And really all I did was put drops from our bottle into the roller bottle and added my fractionated coconut oil. Super easy, and it's a fun way to make some of your own blends. So with the kits, you could do an On Guard and lemon. That's really immunity boosting. You could do a Balance and lavender. That's really calming and grounding. You could just do a breathe one. I keep one of those in my car before I go work out, or if the kids have congestion, I put it on their chest. So anyway, hey Des, hey Kristen, hey Penny, any of the oils that are your favorites that you tend to use a lot. I started making these a lot for my kids because it was very easy to use on the kids. You just take it, swipe it, I put it on my wrist, my neck, behind my neck, tip of my nose. So very easy to use. So that's one thing you can do with your oils. Another thing you can do is some of the calming oils you could toss in a bath. So you could fill up your bathtub. I'm actually in my bathroom because all the TVs are on and the kids are up. And so this is the quietest place in my house right now. But to fill up your bathtub, put some Epsom salt, maybe a half a cup of Epsom salt, and then put some drops of your oil in there. Serenity, lavender, any of those really calming ones. Balance, those are really great for in the bath. So other ways you can use it, always lemon in your water, just make sure it's glass. And just try to incorporate them into your daily life. So I keep a set in my bathroom. That's my frankincense and my copaiba and Balance. And I put frankincense and copaiba underneath my tongue right in the morning when I brush my teeth with my On Guard toothpaste. And then I usually have some vitamins there too if I take my vitamins before I go to bed. So just placing your oils strategically where you're going to use them. I have a couple in my girls' bathrooms. There are ones that they use a lot, Serenity, On Guard, Breathe. I keep those in there. So placing them around your house so there's a lot of ease of use. So you get used to using them and they become a new habit and it's not cumbersome like, oh, I forgot to take my vitamins or I forgot to use my oil. If it's on the counter, you're going to use it. So that would be the main thing. My oil, I have my oils, now what? The next thing is some resources for you. So this is what I give out if you order a kit. And this is one of my favorite books. It has every oil listed in here. And it has a lot of all of the oils, all of their top uses, and then it tells you exactly how to use each oil. So it'll have a little hand if you put it on topically, it'll have a nose for aromatic, and then it'll have a glass for internally. So you can look up anything and everything in this book. It has all the oils, all the blends, and ailments, and all is the bigger version of this. It goes into a little bit more detail. It has stuff there's a pregnancy section, there's a personal skincare section, there's an intimacy section, there's a section for guys, and it lists recipes, everything about the oils. There's also food recipes because you can cook with the internal oils. And then again, it has all the different blends and how they're used. And then this is my favorite thing that this one has more of. These are actual protocols for each thing that you would need. So for example, this is the kids one, and there's a diaper rash blend, there's an earache blend, thrush, common cold, cradle cap. So that's one of my favorite things about this is it goes into a really deep protocol section. Hashimoto's, Crohn's, celiac, hay fever, tobacco, nicotine cravings, alcohol cravings. That was the whole addiction section. So just really, really amazing resource. This is something I would definitely get, if not the big one, the small one. So you know how to use your oils. A lot of times people come to the class and they're like, oh my God, there's so much information. It was so overwhelming. What do I do with this oil again? I forget. If you have one of these books, super easy to look them up. Last two resources, and I will move on to the next question. I have a little folder on my phone called doTERRA. There's two apps that I use. Modern Essentials is one. So this one is really great. You just type on the top the concern or the issue or the body system. So say it was a rash, you could put skin, and then it would list a bunch of different things. It could be acne, rash, and then you pick. So you kind of have to dig a little bit. You go really broad, and then it gets a lot more detailed. And then my other one that I just started using is called EOE Books. And it's this little leaf one here. Let's see if you can see that better. Sorry, far away. Maybe not. I'll screenshot it and post it. But it looks like this when you open it up. This one's really good too. Also, if you wanted to say, put a health concern, and I'm just going to do acid reflux. And then on the bottom here, it'll say, you can't really see that. On the bottom, it says oils and protocols. And once you click on that, it gives you the oils to use, how to use them. This one has a whole protocol for infants with acid reflux, so like heartburn for adults. And it gives you the preferred oils, the suggested oils, and the oils to consider. So this is a really great way to have it really easy at your fingertips on your phone. All right, last little bit. We are going to cover, one of my favorite things. So I'm going to use lavender to calm my kids down before bed. And my friend uses that and then says, it did not work. Well, here's the thing. They're not all going to work for each person. Everybody's body is made up differently. And so the oils respond differently to each person's body. For example, my husband uses lavender at night. Doesn't really do much for me. I use Serenity at night. My mom uses Serenity and Vetiver at night. So there's a group of oils that I would say use for that issue, but then see which one works best for you. Lavender and cedarwood might be one that would work for you. So I'm going to run through sleep, immunity, and stress real quick, and then you can get back to the Oscars. So sleep, lavender would be my first go-to. If that's not working, lavender and cedarwood. If that one isn't working, Serenity and Vetiver. Vetiver is a natural sedative. It's not going to sedate you, but it just really calms you down and relaxes you. And then peace and balance. So very grounding oils, and other ones to try when you're trying to get calmed down and get some good restful sleep. So there's not just one oil. There's usually several oils that can work for the same thing. Immunity. On Guard is always my first go-to. If the kids have a pretty bad cold, I will then break into my kit, which has frankincense, manuka, lemon, and oregano. And I will put a drop or two in my hand with fractionated coconut oil, rub that along their spine and their feet, and then layer it with the next oil, and the next one, and then the next one. So layering them is also nice too. I tend to put oregano at the end because it's a hot oil and it's gonna help to drive the other oils into the skin, and it's gonna give you a nice, good relief, or give your kids some good relief. If they have fevers, I tend to put peppermint on the bottoms of their feet to help bring their body temperature down naturally. And that's a really good one to throw in there for immunity too. Some others that I did find in my resources that I would go to if I was not finding any relief or I wanted to change it up: black pepper, breathe, like I just mentioned, breathe, thyme, and yarrow, which I didn't even know doTERRA had an oil called yarrow. So I learned something new today. But those are really good. So there's a lot we can pick from. Usually you can get it with one of the basic 10. If not, there's always more. And if you don't like a smell, or your kids don't like a smell, try another oil that's in that category that your kids can kind of deal with. They don't like the smells. Oh, that stinks. Try another one. See if they like the other one better. The last little bit, stress. So lavender, again, is one of the ones I would go to for stress. It's very calming. Peace, very grounding. One of my favorites is Balance and Serenity together. So Serenity is kind of the restful blend, and Balance is their grounding blend. And the two of those together are so amazing. I think of like going to the most relaxing yin yoga class. That's the feeling I get when I use them. They're just super grounding, super calming. And I use those on my kids a lot, back of their neck. I usually put that in a roller. So if I was gonna make a roller, I would put 20 drops of Balance, 20 drops of Serenity, and then fill the rest up with the fractionated coconut oil. The last two, copaiba and frankincense. Copaiba is really good for the nervous system, and frankincense is also very calming, and it helps with stress and anxiety. So those two together work really well for stress. I tend to put those underneath my tongue morning and night. So I have a bottle of each in my bathroom, and I use those morning and night, and then I have a bottle of each downstairs for if I'm like going about the day and it's a crazy day. So know that there's always options. If you've tried something, it doesn't work, or you don't like the smell of something, let me know, contact me, and I will try to find what would fit best for you. So let me see real quick if we have any questions. Hey, Jen. Hey, Amy. Hi, Katie. Des and Kristen, anything I missed or should add? Type it in there if you can think of anything. I think that's it, ladies. There's no men on here tonight, so I can say ladies. Have an awesome week ahead, and we'll see you next Sunday. Next Sunday, I'm going to do a little bit on essential oils for athletes and inflammation, so that should be really fun. Really quick, 15 minutes tops. Just want to finish off your weekend with some good info, and have a great week. Talk to you soon. Bye.